The story begins in New York City in one of Tony Stark's mansions. While Hulk was enjoying his sixth box of pizza, Spider-Man demonstrated his stickiness abilities, remarking that he could stick to anything, including glass. Tony was intrigued and wanted to put this to the test, so he asked Spidey to see if he could stick to the Hulk. He was able to pull it off without any problems. While Hulk remarked that Spider-Man was tickling him, their little experiment was interrupted by someone knocking on the door. Hercules decided to pay them a visit and introduced himself as the Prince of Power and the most beloved son of Zeus. He couldn't help but notice that Hulk had a spider on his arm. Hercules asked the three Avengers for a small favor. He wanted them to watch over his two dogs for a few days, 10 days tops, while he was occupied helping some relatives with a remodeling job. Iron Man thought this was a bad idea and refused to help the son of Zeus. But Hulk said he liked dogs and Hercules said he appreciated their help while he went outside to fetch the dogs. Suddenly, the two dogs burst inside the room, breaking the wall and trapping Spider-Man under the rubble. Tony asked if he was okay, and Hercules helped him get up. Hercules told them that the dogs' names were Cerberus and Orthus, and you could easily tell which one was Cerberus because he had a spot near his shoulder. But Spider-Man remarked that it was easier to know which one was him because he had 3 heads. Before leaving, Hercules gave them a few instructions: to watch out for his snake-tail bite, his acidic drool, his volcanic breath, his vast strength, to remember to feed him twice hourly, and the most important instruction, to not play any soft rock ballads within a half-mile. Just minutes after he left, Orthus mistook Iron Man for a chew toy and started playing with him, dragging him around the garden while Spider-Man tried to help him. The Hulk had to intervene and punched Orthus in one of the heads, asking him to quit chewing Hulk's friends. Spider-Man was just happy that Cerberus didn't hear them play because it was hard enough dealing with just one of them, but Hulk said the other doggy was gone. The 3 heroes panicked and began searching for him, following a trail of chewed-up cars that led them straight to the park. After arriving at the park, Hulk got hungry again and asked if he could get some hot dogs. They found Cerberus chewing on one of the park statues, and Iron Man asked Hulk to go over there and grab him. Hulk tried to get close and asked Cerberus to be a good doggy, but he was attacked and sent flying across the park, losing all of his hot dogs in the process. Cerberus then went after Hulk's friends and pinned Spider-Man to the ground. While another head was keeping Iron Man busy, Hulk returned and punched Cerberus, causing him to release the Avengers and drop to the ground. Iron Man said Hulk was getting pretty good at this, while Spider-Man remarked that they needed to train the dogs. The next days went pretty much the same, with Iron Man being mistaken for a chew toy and Spider-Man being chased around the garden. But eventually, by day 5, they managed to train the dogs and even taught them to do some tricks. While they were hanging out in the park, a woman said she was hosting a dog show in Madison Square Garden and thought it would be a great idea to bring the 2 dogs. She said that half of all ticket sales would go to charity, and they could even get a blue ribbon if the dogs won the obedience category. The heroes thought this might be a good idea, while Hulk said he wanted a ribbon. Everyone was impressed with how well Cerberus and Orthus behaved, and Iron Man was impressed with a labradoodle, a cross between a Labrador and a poodle. Hulk liked the labradoodle and wanted to take him home, but Iron Man said he couldn't keep it. Hercules eventually returned and said he met 2 girls who didn't believe he was the real son of Zeus, saying that Hercules was just a myth. He told Spider-Man he wanted to wrestle Cerberus in order to prove to the girls that he really was Hercules, the master of muscles and the legendary son of Zeus. Out of nowhere, Hulk punched Hercules right in the jaw, sending him hundreds of feet into the air and crashing into the cars outside. Hercules thought that fighting Hulk was a better way of proving his strength rather than fighting his dogs. He quickly dealt with Iron Man and Spidey and attacked Hulk, but he had no idea just how strong Hulk actually was, and he got knocked down again. Hercules recovered and grabbed Iron Man while Spidey tried to break them apart, saying that he was just as strong as the Hulk. Hulk grabbed Hercules by the head, which forced him to let go of Iron Man, while saying that no one was as strong as Hulk. Hercules was knocked down for a 3rd time, and even Orthus barked at him, telling him to stay down. After everything that happened, Hercules eventually gave up, and the woman said that Orthus and Cerberus had won a blue ribbon. The Hulk was thrilled and wanted the ribbon, but Hercules took the ribbon for himself, saying it was another trophy to prove the valor of the mighty Hercules. Spidey told Hulk to calm down because they were going to get him another ribbon and more pizza. An old lady was searching for her chihuahua and asked the Avengers if they'd seen him, but Mrs. Cuddlekins was running for her life, trying to get away from Cerberus, who had fallen in love with her.